Control an employee payroll with a time to clean. You know, one of the biggest thorns in our side is our labor. You know, and labor can be as high as 60% for some cleaning companies. You know, that's crazy. You know, we need to get that down. You know, if we can get it down to 50% or just slightly under 50%, that'd be fantastic. You know, and there are ways that we can do that. But, you know, oftentimes when I'm talking to cleaning business owners, they'll tell me, you know, the cleaners are just taking too long, you know, and they really, you know, they're frustrated with it. But through our conversations, I finally find that they haven't set a mark or a time to clean for the account. Meaning that they didn't tell their cleaners that you've got a set amount of hours to get this job done. So, and if you exceed those, well then, you know, I'll be asking questions why. And that's why it's so important for us to do that. We have to set a time to clean. I call it setting the mark. And on any account, any job that we do, we should know what that is. Because from our initial walkthrough of the facility or the job, we determine how many hours it's going to take. That's associated with our price more than likely. But in either case, we knew that the approximate time to clean would be X. From knowing that, it's going to tell us how many cleaners we would need for the project. So once you know that your time to clean is, let's say, 4 hours, and your employees have been, you come into a new location, you've got it up to standard, and now everybody's on the same path, and everybody that's cleaning there would be in 4 hours. You probably have one cleaner or two cleaners working 2 hours. But in either case, you know, that's 4 man-hours. So after we've been in that account, we typically do 1 week because we bring it up to standard after that first week. Now we're all on our general program. And now we have 4 hours to clean. And again, like I say, it doesn't matter if it's one person or two people. They got 4 man-hours to clean that facility. And that's what we call setting the mark. And by setting the mark, everybody knows that they've got a limited amount of time to get the job done. You know, we're not going to allow them to do 4.5 hours, 4 hours and 45 minutes. We're not going to tolerate that. We can't. Through our training of the employee and our systems that we're using to clean, we know for a fact that we can get the job done in 4 hours. Anybody can. So knowing that, that's why it's so important that we have to set those marks. If we can set those marks, that means that we're controlling our labor. And that's very, very important. So once we can control the hours, the other thing that we have to do is that we have to make sure that we manage that. So, you know, from your employees clocking in and clocking out through each account, you're able to see and make sure that they hit the mark each and every time. Now, obviously, if they're under that, you know, if they're cleaning in 3.5 hours, well, that's great. But hopefully you got a supervisor or a lead person that's following up and doing quality control and making sure that the building is to standard. Fantastic. Okay, they've got it cleaned in 3.5 hours and everything's a standard. That's great. Not a problem. You know, you're gonna congratulate them and you know, tell them great, thanks for the great job. You know, maybe you might even have a bonus system set up for that. If they can get the work done in 3.5 hours, they're saving a half hour of labor. So something to think about. But very, very important. The main thing is that you have to manage it, your time to clean, and you have to be doing quality control inspections. So now, how you're going to do this is that if you don't know how to arrive at a time to clean, you have to know your production rates for every job and every account that you do. So what I mean by that is that you have to know that if you have a building that's you know, 10,000 square feet and it takes you so much time to clean it, you take the square footage divided by the time to clean equals your production rate. That production rate is very valuable, so that's why you want to track them. By knowing your production rates, when you go and price an account, you arrive at the time to clean very easily. And again, remember, the time to clean or that mark is very, very important. We have to know what that is. So because when we set the mark for all of our cleaners, our team, that's what it is. But that's how you do it. And in fact, you know, on the janitorialstore.com and My House Cleaning Biz, we actually got an Excel spreadsheets for tracking your production rates for all your accounts. I highly advise you that you do that, because that is really the key for you to continue to build your business and how to price easily. No doubt about that. But so anyway, go there, check that out, and you'll find that by setting a mark, setting a time to clean for every job and every account, you're going to be able to control that payroll, and that's very, very important. We have to manage that, and we have to manage our business, and we have to control costs. So if you do that, you'll be happy, and you'll thank me later. But anyway, hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, go ahead and click on that like and share button on below, and go ahead and make a comment. You know, we always like to see comments. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. You'll find hundreds and hundreds of videos that are helpful for building a successful cleaning business. I'm Steve Hansen, co-founder of the 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗏 and myhousecleaningbiz.com. Thanks for checking in today, and we'll see you next time.